Being a pirate is one of the easiest jobs in Star Wars. All you need to do is go out and steal things from other people. Unfortunately, most people would prefer to keep their things and will go to great lengths to prevent you from taking them. Therefore, a good pirate will invest most of their hard-earned cash into their ship and equipment. But what ships should a pirate use? I'm glad you asked. I'm Joey from Radio Free Coruscant, and these are the top 5 pirate ships in Star Wars. Before we start the list, I just want to explain my criteria. For these ships, I assumed a pirate is a person in charge of a small criminal organization with no less than 10 crew members and no more than about 200. Any less than 10 people and it would just be a repeat of my video on the best bounty hunter ships, and any more than 200 and you're better off splitting up your crew into multiple ships and starting your own crime syndicate. We're focusing on medium-sized ships here. Furthermore, we're not going to talk about ships that are only famous for being pirate ships, like Gorian Shard or Hondo Onaka's ships. That might be an interesting topic for another video, though. C-ROC Gozanti-Class Light Cruiser. The first ship on our list is the C-ROC Gozanti. The original Gozanti freighter was designed for anti-piracy purposes, both in discouraging them from attacking it with its extremely thick armor and concealed docking tubes, and discouraging them from purchasing it, with slow engines and weak weapons. However, the C-ROC was made after the rise of the Empire and was not burdened by the laws that restricted the original. It was armed with 2 quad laser turrets and 4 heavy laser cannons, but with the Corsair refit it could be upgraded to have additional cannons, turrets, and even ordnance launchers. Most importantly, it had plenty of cargo space for a ship of its size, with a capacity of roughly 4,000 tons. It measured 74 meters long and had a crew of 12, making it the perfect ship for a small pirate crew.
I hate children.
CR90 Corvette. Another ship that would be great for pirates is the CR90 Corvette. This ship was a very common sight in the galaxy and was usually associated with wealthy businessmen and diplomats or passenger liner services, meaning it wouldn't be a terribly suspicious ship to own. It was 150 meters long and had a crew of 46 to 165, depending on the configuration. It was well armed for a ship of its type, with 2 dual turbo laser turrets and 4 single or dual turbo laser turrets. Its greatest strength, though, was its speed. With a Class 2 hyperdrive and 11 sublight engines, few targets will be able to outrun you. It could even carry 3 starfighters on its docking rings to further improve your forces. Finally, it had the capacity for hundreds of passengers by default, which could be swapped out for thousands of tons of storage space for your ill-gotten goods. Sphyrna-class Hammerhead Corvette. The Sphyrna-class Corvette, also known as the C-80, is a slightly cheaper alternative to the CR90. It had a crew of 46 and a length of 116.7 meters. It was armed with 2 heavy laser cannons and a twin light turbo laser turret. It was more commonly used for cargo purposes than the CR90, and could carry an unbelievable 22,833 metric tons of cargo in internal holds and external racks. Personally, I don't know if I believe that figure, but that's what they say. You'll be preying on bulk freighters with this one. If you aren't convinced, you can take inspiration from the hammerheads used by the Rebel Alliance and make some modifications to it. They added a 4th engine to the top of the ship to increase its speed, and added weapon pods to its docking rings. These could give the ship an additional 4 dual light turbo laser turrets, or several proton torpedo launchers. Or really whatever you wanted to put there. There isn't much information available about these modifications, but they must not have been terribly difficult or expensive, as modified hammerheads became very common after the rebellion popularized the upgrade. If you need any further convincing, the ship's reinforced bow made it perfect for ramming, the ultimate pirate calling card. Arquitens-class light cruiser. While the previous ships on the list are commercially available and relatively easy to get, the Arquitens may require a bit more, well, piracy if you want one. However, the ship was used throughout the entirety of the Clone Wars and the Empire, so with a 30-year career there are probably more than a few that have conveniently gone missing from Republic and Imperial docks. There are several different types of Arquitens in different sizes with different statistics. Whether this is an in-universe fact or merely a meta inconsistency is up to you, but it could be 230, 325, or about 400 to 500 meters long. It had either 100 or 750 crew, and came in at least 3 weapon configurations. One model had 4 twin light turbolaser turrets, 4 heavy quad lasers, and 4 missile and torpedo launchers. The second was the same but had 1 quad laser instead of 4 heavy quad lasers. The third had the twin turbo lasers and missile launchers, as well as 8 laser batteries and a tractor beam projector. Some ARCs were capable of fielding 1 to 3 starfighters as well. All versions of the Arquitens had a cargo capacity of 1,200 tons. This would be a great pirate ship on its own, but it would also be a great flagship for a small pirate fleet, similar to the Mandalorian fleet that retook Mandalore. Munificent-class star frigate. Okay, our final ship breaks my crew size rule by a lot, but a pirate preying on heavily trafficked and guarded shipping lanes will need to pack a lot of firepower, and the Munificent delivers. Besides, what pirate follows rules?
The code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules. Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
This frigate measures 825 meters long and is heavily armed with 2 heavy turbo laser cannons, 2 heavy long-range ion cannons, 26 twin light turbo lasers, 20 light turbo laser turrets, 12 medium flak cannons, 40 retractable point defense laser turrets, and several ordnance launchers. In the Legends continuity, the Munificent was said to have a crew of 200 droids and 1,100 organics. In canon, though, the number of organic crew is unknown, but it is heavily automated and likely only needs a few hundred. If you manage to procure a Munificent fully stocked with its droid crew, it will make an excellent pirate ship indeed. If you're really lucky, you might even find one with its 150,000 battle droid troops, making boarding actions a breeze. It could also come with its original complement of 48 Vulture droids to aid in capturing ships as well. With all that firepower, cracking open heavily armored bulk freighters will be no problem at all, and with its 10,000-ton cargo capacity, it has plenty of room for you to abscond with your pilfered goodies. Plus, it just looks like it should be a pirate ship. It's just begging to have a Jolly Roger painted on the side. And those were my top 5 picks for the best pirate ships in the Star Wars galaxy. Which one would you choose? What ships do you think I missed? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. RFC, out.
Take what you can.
Give nothing back.
Tell me, ladies, what do you know of sea turtles?